There is something strange about money. When you don't have enough of it, you think about it constantly. When you finally have more, you expect the anxiety to disappear. But sometimes it doesn't. You get a better job. You earn more. You buy things you once couldn't afford. And for a moment, you feel like you've finally made it. Then something strange happens. The new life becomes normal. The things that once felt expensive suddenly feel ordinary. And before you know it, you're chasing the next number. More money, a better car, a bigger house, a better lifestyle, a larger bank account. And the question becomes uncomfortable. How much is actually enough? Because maybe the problem isn't that you don't have enough money. Maybe your brain was never designed to tell you when you have enough. Money is not just paper, numbers on a screen, or something sitting in your bank account. Money is psychological. It represents safety, freedom, status, control, possibility, and sometimes fear. That's why two people can earn the exact same amount of money and feel completely different about it. One feels wealthy. The other feels broke. The difference isn't always the amount. Sometimes it's the meaning they attach to the amount. Think about the first time you received money that felt significant to you. Maybe it was your first paycheck. Maybe it was money you saved for months. Maybe someone gave you money when you were younger. You probably remember how it felt. The number itself wasn't the important part. What mattered was what the money meant. It meant freedom. It meant you could buy something without asking anyone. It meant you had options. And that is one of the deepest psychological powers of money. Money gives the feeling of options. When you have no money, a problem can feel like a wall. When you have savings, the same problem can feel like a door. That's why people don't simply chase money. They chase what they believe money will give them. Security, peace, freedom, respect. But there is a trap. If you believe money is responsible for your happiness, you can spend your entire life trying to buy something money was never designed to provide. And the more you chase it, the more your definition of enough can move. Imagine earning $1,000 a month. You dream about earning $2,000. Then you reach $2,000. Suddenly, $2,000 doesn't feel impressive anymore. Now you want 3, then 5, then 10. The goal keeps moving. Not necessarily because you're greedy. Because your brain adapts. What once felt extraordinary slowly becomes ordinary. This is one of the reasons people can dramatically improve their financial situation and still feel like they're behind. Your lifestyle changes. Your expectations change. Your reference point changes. And eventually, yesterday's luxury becomes today's normal. The expensive restaurant becomes normal. The better phone becomes normal. The larger apartment becomes normal. The car becomes normal. And once something becomes normal, your brain stops treating it as a reward. You need something else. This is why getting more money doesn't automatically create lasting satisfaction. It can solve real problems. It can reduce stress. It can create opportunities. But the psychological hunger for more can continue long after the practical problem has been solved. And this brings us to another uncomfortable part of money. Comparison. You can feel rich until you meet someone richer. You can feel successful until you open social media. You can be proud of your progress until you see someone your age driving a car you can't afford. Suddenly, your progress feels smaller. Nothing about your life changed. Your bank account didn't shrink. Your achievements didn't disappear. But your reference point changed. This is the psychology of comparison. We rarely judge our lives in isolation. We judge them against the people around us. And modern technology has made this worse. You can wake up in an ordinary room and within seconds, see someone living in a mansion. You can be satisfied with your salary until someone online casually mentions making 10 times more. You can feel financially responsible until an advertisement tells you that your current lifestyle isn't good enough. Money becomes a scoreboard. And once money becomes a scoreboard, there is almost always someone ahead of you. That's why chasing status through money can become exhausting. There is no final level. There is always another person, another car, another house, another number, another lifestyle. And if your happiness depends on being ahead, you'll never be able to rest. Because someone will always be ahead. But there's another side to this. Sometimes people don't chase money because they want luxury. They chase it because they are afraid. Afraid of being poor again. Afraid of losing what they have. Afraid of depending on someone. Afraid of emergencies. Afraid that everything could disappear tomorrow. And fear can be incredibly powerful. A person who grew up without financial security may think about money very differently from someone who always had it. For one person, money means freedom. For another, money means survival. For another, money means proving something. For another, money means finally becoming the person they always wanted to be. That's why financial behavior isn't always logical. People sometimes spend money they don't have to feel successful. Other people save every coin because spending feels unsafe. Some people refuse to enjoy anything because they're terrified of the future. Others spend everything because tomorrow feels uncertain anyway. The number in the bank doesn't tell the whole story. The story inside the person's head matters too. And perhaps that's the most overlooked part of money. Your financial life is partly a relationship with yourself. How much do you trust yourself? How much do you fear the future? How much do you need approval? How much do you believe you deserve? How easily can you delay pleasure? How easily can you say no? Because money exposes these things. Give an impulsive person more money, and they may simply become more expensive in their impulses. Give an insecure person more money, and they may simply find more expensive things to be insecure about. Give someone who needs status more money, and they may simply upgrade the status symbols. More money doesn't automatically change the person. Sometimes it amplifies the person. That's why earning more is only one part of becoming financially strong. The other part is learning how your own mind behaves around money. Can you walk past something you want without buying it? Can you see someone richer without feeling inferior? Can you save money without feeling like you're missing out? Can you spend money without feeling guilty? Can you define what enough means before the world defines it for you? Those questions are more important than they sound. Because if you never decide what enough means, someone else will decide for you. Advertising will. Social media will. Your friends will. Your neighbors will. Your competitors will. And the world will keep whispering the same message. You need more. More money. More followers. More possessions. More success. More recognition. More. 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 But there is a quiet strength in being able to say, I have enough. That doesn't mean you stop growing. It doesn't mean you stop working. It doesn't mean you stop wanting a better life. It means your ambition no longer controls you. You can want more without believing you're worthless without it. You can pursue wealth without worshiping it. You can enjoy nice things without needing them to prove your value. And perhaps that's where real financial freedom begins. Not when you become rich, but when money stops controlling your emotions. Because imagine having money, but constantly being afraid of losing it. Imagine earning more, but constantly feeling behind. Imagine owning expensive things, but needing strangers to notice them. Imagine having financial success, but never feeling successful. That isn't freedom. That's another form of dependence. Real freedom is quieter. It looks like being able to walk away. Being able to wait. Being able to say no. Being able to live below your means. Being able to enjoy what you already have. Being able to look at someone else's success, without turning it into an insult against your own life. And most importantly, being able to decide what matters to you. Money can buy comfort. It can buy opportunities. It can buy time. But it cannot decide what you should do with that time. It cannot tell you who you should become. And it cannot give you a definition of enough. You have to do that yourself. So the next time you look at your bank account, don't only ask, how can I get more? Ask something deeper. What am I actually trying to get? Is it security, freedom, respect, peace, validation? Or are you simply afraid that what you have will never be enough? Because once you understand what you're really chasing, your relationship with money can change. You may still want more. You may still work harder. You may still build wealth. But you won't be running blindly anymore. You'll know why you're running. And sometimes, the most financially powerful thing you can do isn't make more money. It's stop letting money decide how you feel about yourself. Because money is useful. Money is powerful. Money can change your life. But it should never become the measure of your life. And maybe the real question isn't, how much money do I need to be happy? Maybe it's, how much of my life am I willing to sacrifice before I realize I already had something money couldn't buy? Think about that. And if this made you look at money a little differently, subscribe. There are more conversations like this coming.